This is interesting though, because if I look at a couple of years ago, I see where, you're closer to 200 people, like you guys were scaling and you had been growing like that. And I think this is interesting because everybody talks about what growth stage they're in, right? And we hear all the time, well, I'm in scale stage.
Yeah.
And so when you really think about what are the true, operating stages, I'm curious what stage you would say you were in a couple of years ago versus what stage you're in today.
Fair. So I would term it as that, hey, we were scaling the team.
Yep.
And yeah, we were definitely at the scale stage. And now we are at the leaner stage where we are more agile, we are more leaner, and we are more faster. The transformation which happened, and thanks for observing it that closely, that, hey, we were 200 and now we are at 130. What has happened is over the last few years, with the advent of AI, many of the things which we were doing traditionally manually, we have been able to transform them into AI. Not that I'm 100% satisfied today as well. There is more room for optimization yet. But AI has enabled us to kind of move in that direction where whatever was done manually earlier, that could be easily kind of taken care of by agents today. AI agents are here to help. And if you devise your systems and processes in the right manner, it can help you kind of optimize an organization. So from that organization, which was 200 plus people, we moved into 130 people. But yes, our revenue is growing. Our clients are growing.
Right. And you have higher margins on your business probably, right?
Yeah. Yes, higher margins, as well as just in this last few months, we got almost around 30 plus awards, specifically because of our work on generative engine optimization stands out. We got that first mover advantage with generative engine optimization. So that's where more case studies published, more awards. So many awards just in a few months. That's something which helps us stand out.
Yeah. So the work is better, the margins are better, your revenue is scaling, your size is shrinking. And this is one of those things, so many people, like when you were in scale mode, you were probably thinking like, new account comes on, I've just got to get more people to plug that, make sure I'm doing it right. And so it's a luxury for some organizations to step back and work on the business, where you start recognizing you're moving from that scaling stage to actually optimizing the business. And so when you did that, because I think a lot of organizations are recognizing this. And by the way, I know you well enough that I know you didn't go in and go, cool, I get to hack staff. So this was really one of those things, like you went through this in a pretty methodical way. So talk to us about what your leaders list looked like when you decided you were going to make that optimization, move into that optimization stage.
Bryon, the reason I started Infidigit was one, which I told you that, hey, brands needed better return on investment. The second reason was somewhere down in my heart, I was worried about the youth across the globe. The youth is not getting those kind of opportunities that I got it in my early days, right? And there is lack of opportunity. That's what I see. Good talent, smarter talent, but lack of opportunities. So one objective which I had in my mind that, hey, at least I'm going to create employment for thousands of people. But come December 2022, when ChatGPT launched, that entire dream got shackled.
Altered.
Right?
Let's just say altered.
Yeah, altered would be a better word. So it was a challenge. Hey, everything, at least what I was trying to work towards, that, hey, bring more business, get more people onto the job, that suddenly kind of changed. Now, first I thought that, hey, I'll not use AI. But soon, within the first few weeks only, I realized that, hey, if we are not using AI, you're nowhere. Even those 200 people who are on job, they would stand a chance of losing a job if I don't use AI. So there was a dilemma that, hey, what should we use? And that's where the first thing on my leader list, because of that, was that, hey, while it's definitely to create growth for the client and deliver value to the clients, the second thing was that, hey, at least how can I help the youth of this world to kind of get into the corporate world in their life. So that was the second thing. Now, with that particular motive, I realized that when I want to help somebody, the universe is there to help me, right? And yes, at least things started falling in place. The team took up the ownership. because we had devised the systems in such a manner that at least people had their KRAs and OKRs created in such a manner that they were responsible for implementing AI. Initially, there was some resistance to it because they felt they would lose their job. So we told them that, hey, we are not going to fire anybody, right? We gave them that comfort that, hey, yes, at least if we cannot create jobs for other, it's okay for some time. But yes, at least we are not here to fire anybody. So that gave them that particular comfort. Those KRS gave them that push because they knew what are they working towards, and that clarity created that entire change. We started working towards more and more optimization, not only for our clients in terms of generative engine optimization, but optimizing our own organization.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this also brought in that particular change in the thought process of the people, and it started moving them in that direction of optimization.